Mom, can I have a?
No, we have a at home.
Hatsune Miku at home.
What the hell?
Ah, China, our favorite country on the planet.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋。
Where you can buy New Balance shoes with your cool Supreme hoodie with just a fraction of the original price. What a sweet deal! So imagine one day back in 2011, you just got off your flight back to your mother country, away from evil America, to the lovely city of Tianjin. You got off the bus, and you were just talking with your Chinese mate. This is when he told you, "Yo, you heard the new epic Vocaloid song?" So as a fellow Miku fan, you said, "Ah, you mean Hatsune Miku? Disappearance of Hatsune Miku is such a banger, man." "No, no, no," he replied, and then he sent you a video on WhatsApp. Oh shit, I mean WeChat. So opens the app, here's what you saw. Wow, Miku is such a multilingual artist. She can even sing Chinese. Hold on, this isn't the Miku I know. She is slightly more red. In September of 2011, one man, Liu Bing, had a mission. He stated on his Weibo, just received a mission to direct the National Animation Prize ceremony of the Chinese Cultural Festival. This determined man would like to create a national cultural relic for Tianjin. So as a mainstream Chinese TV host who rarely touches anime, he has very little idea on what to make for his cultural relic plan, which can also fit in the topic of animation. So naturally, he just typed in Google, oh god, I mean Baidu, to search for some inspiration.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
本気で言ってます。
いや、冗談だよ。
よかった。
No. Oh, no, 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 no. Hatsune Miku that talk to me, Nishipan.
ぼっちだロックうがてエクスプロージョン
Hold on, who is this? Why do I see her everywhere? Let me go on Bilibili to check out who this girl is. Launched in 2007, the Vocaloid software Hatsune Miku has taken the world by storm in just a few years. From TV commercials and to mainstream music, you can see Hatsune Miku appearing everywhere, even on racing cars, rockets, and even as the face of a Japanese city. So in August 2010, over 22,000 original songs have been written under the name of Hatsune Miku, with the number rising to 100,000 songs in just 1 year later in 2011. She is a beloved figure worldwide, having her first ever overseas concert in Singapore in 2009 and even going as far as Los Angeles in 2011. With Miku having such fame and popularity, she has spread Japanese culture and produced a very extraordinary species called weeb, which is a very unique kind of creature.
I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait,
What's a very interesting video, produced by this Neko Reviews guy. I should subscribe to him on YouTube. Anyways, what if we have our own Vocaloid, so we can spread out our influence and ideology across the world? What a splendid idea. So that's what Mr. Liu did. He gathered up his forces and worked day and night, and just within a month, he released the design of the ultimate Chinese Vocaloid. Her name? Dongfang Zhizi, roughly translated as the Eastern Cape Jasmine. Designed by the team of Liu Bing, Dongfang Zhizi wears a Chinese-style outfit with a mini-skirt and 2 ponytails. Pretty nice. Then, she has her first performance at the prize ceremony, featuring on big TV screens in just a month. talking about super efficiency. But then, when she enters the stage, her design is slightly changed from the first draft.
What the hell?
She is a 16 years old virtual idol who wears a miniskirt, 2 ponytails with ribbons on top, and she has super long hair. Hey, quite similar to a certain Vocaloid from a nearby country who is 16 years old, wears a miniskirt, 2 ponytails with ribbons on top, and super long hair. Coincidence? As for the performance itself, she performed one song, also called Dongfang Zhizi. However, the singing is not produced from a singing synthesis engine, but rather dubbed by a voice actress. So technically, she is just a virtual idol rather than a virtual singer, like a character, a VTuber. Anyway, after her first performance at the prize ceremony, the internet exploded. She was accused by many folks that she copied Hatsune Miku. Gee, I wonder how they came up with that accusation. A conclusion was made that she was an attempt to cash in on Miku's popularity by borrowing elements from her design and using the same diva concept. What's going on with controversy surrounding Vocaloid's first TV appearances? So, in just one day or two, she became the laughingstock of the Chinese internet. People began to make up a backstory. One version is Dongfang Zhizi, is originally from Sichuan and is nicknamed the Spicy Girl because she loves to eat spicy food and will eat it everywhere. She even made chili peppers into braids and wore them on her head. She enjoys singing, but singing for a long time makes her drool. Since she eats too much spicy food, her drool turns into chili sauce, which makes people around her uncomfortable, and she's banned from singing anymore. Someone even said her skirt, when viewed upside down, looks like a dragon fruit. Another guy also said she's actually the inversion of Hatsune Miku. Either way, she was viewed negatively from Miku fans, and the videos received thousands of dislikes. As a result, in just 5 months after the concert, her creator Liu Bing typed out a very long disclaimer and announced that he'll be cutting ties entirely with the Vocaloid. I'm finally going to speak up. Dongfang Zhizi's character design was based on the opinions of many people. Personally, I do believe that she did have a fair share of issues. She did echo Hatsune Miku to some extent, yet she is unique in a way. As a consequence, another fabricated story of Dongfang Zhizi emerged from the internet. When Dongfang Zhizi was born, her father told her that she would definitely become China's #1 virtual singer. Excited and full of anticipation, she had her first concert. However, after the concert, she received a barrage of negative reviews. Feeling anxious, she hoped to return to her father, the only one who could make her feel at ease. To her surprise, his father announced that he would be cutting ties with her. She then discovered that she has no voice of her own, and that her singing was stopped by someone else. She believed that Miku was the one truly loved by everyone. Finally, she slowly faded away. Despite this very sad story and her controversial start, she continues to receive upgrades to her voice even to this very day, having 3 versions under 4 different engines since her debut. Her first real voice band was created in October of 2012, voiced by Shanshan. It was made by Utao, a voice synthesizer program created back in 2008, which is also used for the 9-cat video as well as this popular virtual singer. It was also later extended to another engine called Niao Niao, a freeware vocal synthesizer application, very similar to Utao, but it is built for Mandarin. The second version is called Blossom, the most commonly used right now. Voiced by Robbie, a total of 4 styles were released. This version is much more stable and offers a wider variety of pitches and voices. The newest version is called Era, voiced by Su Ying. This version features a slightly more mature and neutral voice. Along with Blossom, Era is also extended to other vocal synthesizers, including Vocal Shark, a Chinese vocal synthesizer, as well as the ongoing work on Diff SVC, which is a singing voice conversion software utilizing AI diffusion model. Even though Dongfang Zhizi had a rather poor reputation when she debuted, she had a lot of loyal fans in China. Undeniably, she has earned the great achievement to be one of the very first virtual singer in China, and the first virtual singer to be featured on live TV in China. The actual first virtual singer created in the Greater China region is Lam Asahiro, created in Hong Kong back in 2009 using the Utao software, but she only sang in Japanese. The first actual Vocaloid Mandarin voice bank is Luo Tianyi, created in 2012. So, this is how the story ends for now. Whether the creator of Dongfang Zhizi deliberately plagiarized Hatsune Miku or not is up to your own interpretation, but at the end of the day, she did indeed serve as an inspiration to the music artists in Greater China. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.